Barbara.
And I'm Karen, and we're the Sink Sisters.
This is our tech bit on Google Docs.
Okay, so today we're going to show you Google Docs, which is Google's basic word processing program.
Right.
And to get to it, we're going to go to our Google Drive.
All right, and now Drive is Google's free cloud-based storage area.
Right.
Well, it's free up to 15 gigabytes, and you can store all your Google app docs and other docs on Google Drive. And that's how we're going to access the different Google apps that are out there.
Right. And if you noticed, I typed in drive.google.com, and that's how you get there.
Right.
We, as you can see, we're here at our Drive, so we've already signed in. It might ask you to sign in, and
Right.
you just do that.
And point out up here on the right, it'll say your sign-in name. This is
Yep.
Sink Sisters. Sign in as Sink Sisters.
Yep.
Otherwise, it might just say sign in there.
Right.
So.
And if you need to create a Google account, we have a video, create
We
a
do.
Google account.
We do. You can check that out. We
Yep.
also have one on Google Drive,
Yep.
so that you can
The
see
basics of the Drive,
all
how it
about
works.
how the Drive works.
But for today, we're going to do
Google Docs,
Google Docs.
which is their great free word
Yep.
processing program.
So I'm going to open a new document. I'm going to click on New, makes sense, right?
Right.
And then I'm going to go down to Google Docs and choose that.
Okay.
And the first thing I want to point out, if you notice, when I did a new document,
Right.
it opened a new tab up here, okay?
in
And
your
this is
browser.
important to notice because the navigation within the Google Apps is a little bit different than you might be used to.
Right.
If you notice, we still have our Google Drive tab. If we're in our document here and we want to go back to our Drive, there's no back arrow. You notice these are grayed out.
Right.
You have to click on the tab.
Okay.
And here comes and then if you want to go back to the doc, you click on that.
Okay. So a little tab navigation. And we're in Google Chrome right now. It might look a little different if you're in Safari
it
or
still
Firefox.
opens a tab, though.
It still opens a tab.
Is
That's
Firefox
right. Yes, it is. It is still around.
Isn't that funny?
They do have tabs.
Okay.
So most browsers do. So.
Okay. And then if you notice right here, this little blue icon, and then it pops up and says Docs Home. You can just work, if you just only want to do word processing programs with Google, you can.
Right.
You don't have to use Drive. And if I click here, it's going to take me to my Docs Home. And it's going to show me all my documents that I've created.
Your docs,
so
right.
if that's all you want to do, actually all you have to do is go to docs.google.com. You don't have to deal with Drive if you don't want to.
You don't.
We like to deal with Drive because you can put all of your Google app documents and other types of documents in it.
Right.
And you know, it's
It's
a
smart.
cloud service.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And here it would just be doing the plus
Yep.
sign to do a new
Yeah,
one.
right.
So.
And the documents, you know, working with the documents exactly
It's
the
the
same.
same. Exactly.
So that can be kind of confusing to people, so I like to point that out.
Right.
Um,
Now wait, before you close it, go back to your Google Drive. This tab is open. Go to
I'm going to
Google
click
Drive,
on Drive.
and open up. Did we do it? Open
A
up
what?
one of our files. I just want to show that it's bringing up. It brings up yet another tab for every document.
Right.
So you should close your tabs periodically.
Yes.
Okay.
See, now we've got this all about photos seminar tab open, this Google Docs that we just
tab,
created,
right,
and this
right,
one, right.
So they'll just keep opening
Right.
until make sure.
So
you
I'm going
shut
to
them.
close this.
Yeah.
And
Oh, another thing to note is that it always saves for you.
it's auto saves.
Auto
yeah.
saving, so you don't have to
Right.
worry about saving. When you close that tab, it feels funny, but it has saved it, so don't
It does.
worry. Yeah.
And I think if you're used to working, most word processing programs do
Right,
that.
right.
But if you're working a different type of program, you might not be used to that.
Right.
So this blue thing, if you accidentally ever click on it, just go back to your drive.
Yeah.
Or back to your document.
Okay.
So here we are, and if you can tell by looking at it, if you are familiar working with Word word processing programs, it's basically the same.
Right.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to go through the basics of how to do a file. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll type a headline. Okay.
All right.
And we're going to start with some basic word processing. And what they have here, if you click here on the Styles palette, if you tap it, it pops it open.
Sure.
And you can see you've got some style sheets. This is for a title, which I've just typed. So I'm going to tap on that, click on that,
Ooh.
and it comes up big like a title. Now they've got it formatted this way by default.
Right. They've
Well,
got
maybe
set up. Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't like that. So I'm going to make sure that my type is selected. And I'm going to change it. So I'm going to change the font here and maybe the size, right?
Yeah.
And you could bold or italic, all your basic
Make a
text
color,
formatting
anything
things.
you want, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And then it say, oh, that's the title I want.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want to keep that style. I can go over here to title and see the little arrow comes up and click on that. Update title to match.
Perfect.
Okay, so now the next time I type something and go apply that, there it is.
That's great.
Isn't that nice?
Yep.
So those are style sheets, and you can set them up for, subtitles, different head sizing.
Is normal your text, normal
Normal
just
text.
that, like
Yep.
body copy you
Right.
might think of. And then other options, you can save it as always being this way, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So those are how you work with style sheets. And of course, you could always just, format things on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to use a style sheet.
Right.
Okay.
Nice if you're doing a longer document, though. Or if,
Yes,
if
to
there's
have
a
them
way
set
that
up
you
for-
always like it, you can save it that way.
Headlines and
Right.
subheads and
That's great.
what do they call them? What do they call them in the headings?
Heading 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Every word processing program is a little different.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's then some more basic formatting. Let me just put in some regular type here that we can work with.
So you're just typing away and it's coming up in the basic. Every time you hit return, it's going back to the basic type instead of continuing with the formatting before it, I notice.
Yep.
At least with the titles.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm going to select my tag and show you a few other things here for formatting. I'm going to skip over this one right now and come back to it.
Yep.
And then, here we have the alignment. So this is left align. You could center it.
Right.
You could write.
Or
you could justify it. Which if I had more type, that would bring it, all the way flush here and flush here.
Flush left and right. Yeah.
Right. And then you can also do your line spacing. So I could do it more line spacing.
Okay.
Things like that. I'm going to put it back to single.
Perfect.
And then here's your list. Like here's a numbered list
oh, nice.
that you can pick from, and there's different ones.
Different formats underneath, like if you want numbers
Yep.
or letters
Yep.
or small and large.
Or bullets. Here's the bullet one. And you can do a combination. Or
Oops, I think we're on the other one
sorry.
still. Oh, and you're...
bullets you get. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, notice the blinking cursor determines where the type is going to happen.
Yep.
So you either
I need to have the right text selected.
that's right.
That would be Word Processing Basics 101,
right,
I think.
Right, exactly.
Make sure you have the right text that you want to alter selected.
Right.
And then I'm going to go into bullets.
Oh,
you can
look
see
at
they
all
have
the
basic
different
bullets.
Very nice.
Or they have, some really jazzy ones. But these are kind of nice features. And then this next two are to decrease or increase your outdent or indent. So it's kind of like tabbing almost, really.
It is.
And we're all the way out, so I'm going to go in.
Right.
See?
And then you could go back out.
Right.
And that is nice, especially when you have a long list with tabs underneath each list and you have different bullets. You may not like the increments that it puts in.
Right.
You might want to change that.
And it's an easy way to do it.
Right.
And then this right here will clear all the formatting you've done. If you want to start
Okay.
over fresh.
Start over fresh. All right.
Now, one basic thing about documents that people like to do is
Include
links.
Right.
And probably one of the most common is to a website. But you can link to a PDF document, anything.
Right.
So
and any of the Google form, like a Google form that you might have created.
Right, a Google form, yeah.
Of course, if you want to use Google Forms, we also have a video that we've done on Google Forms.
Right. Now, this is interesting. You can see, okay, so this was what I wanted the link to be. Now, since I've typed this previously in my Google Docs, it's remembering that or it's picking up that it's a web address. It's automatically putting it in.
Right, as a link.
Let me try typing one that
we haven't done
before.
Right. Just do Apple. Apple.com. No, it does.
Okay.
So websites,
it automatically does it.
What if I didn't want to say the website name and I just wanted to say, click here
How
to
about
go
like
to our
a
website?
click here to RSVP. And so that I'm going to RSVP
to a Google form.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that'll link to a Google form, and I'm going to collect RSVPs for a seminar.
Right.
So what the text that you want to have your link, attached to, you highlight. Make sure you're highlighted again.
All right.
Word processing 101.
So you're just highlighting the RSVP portion. Okay.
And then I'm going to go to a link.
Yep.
And I bring it up.
Okay.
And you could pick a form.
So it's showing us the forms that are on our Google Drive right now.
Yep.
So if you've created one, you can do that.
You might also have a link to a URL or something that you've copied, and then you could just paste it in here.
Right.
What it's showing you when you click is suggestions of things that are available to you, but you can also just paste it in there.
Right. Right.
And then this text is showing you the text that will show in your document.
Okay, with the line under it.
Yep.
Probably.
So
And
let's
blue.
do that.
And the line and the blue is universal, right? Everywhere you see, like sometimes you'll be reading an article and you'll see things that are underlined in blue. You can click on them.
Right.
They'll take you somewhere else.
Yeah. So it's kind of, and then if you highlight it again to check, is that really the right link? Well, it is.
It'll show it to you.
Yep.
Right. That's great.
Oops. And you can click on it to
And
double
it'll take
check
you
it.
there. And look what
in your
Google did.
form.
It opened up another window.
It did.
Yeah, it's
Here.
another tab.
Yeah. So you might end up with a lot of tabs open. So you close that, and then you can go back.
Tabs.
So that's how you do a basic link. And you can see that it was automatically, if it was a website, it was automatically putting them in. If I highlighted this,
right. Now, if you go
you can see that the link is to our web address.
What if you go to change now? Can you then type in
You're just going to change it.
And instead of, and here it'll show you under text, you could say our website.
Right.
If you didn't want them to see the link and you just said visit us at our website.
Right.
Then that'll show it, but it'll still be underlined blue as a link. But now they don't see our address.
Yep. So it says, the text says our website, but if I go double check it, there's the link is our website.
Yeah. Great.
So
So many ways to link
Yes.
to different things.
Yes. All right. So the next thing we want to show you is to insert an image or a picture or anything like that. Yep.
Everyone likes to put graphics in their documents.
Well, it makes it more fun,
It
right?
does. It's all about fun. Yeah.
So to do this, we're going to go up here to the menu, and this is a good time to point out that we've been using this toolbar, sort of a palette they have out.
Right.
All these things can also be found up here under the menus, and oftentimes there'll be a few other
extra things. Right. Can't fit everything down there.
For images, I'm going to go to Image.
Okay.
And I'm going to insert it. Now, this I think is a really great feature of Google, and you see this with all the Google apps and Google things. When you insert an image, it gives you lots of options.
Okay.
So I could upload, so I could click to choose a picture from my computer.
All right.
I could take a picture.
And that'll turn on your FaceTime camera, probably.
Right.
Yeah. Well, don't do that.
Well, yeah, we don't have makeup on, so we're not going to do that today. That's a whole different setup when we're going to film ourselves.
That's right. Come on, do it. Let's show them. No, all right.
You can do enter a URL, or you've created some Google albums, which we have, at different times, and it keeps track of those albums, which is really nice. Different things you've uploaded.
Yeah, and up to YouTube or Google Plus or anything associated with this account.
Or anything you have stored in your drive. Oops. Okay. Oh, whoops.
Oops.
That was weird. Interesting. When I hit Google Drive, it kicked me out of there. So I'm going to go back. Oh, I had to hit cancel. That's what I had to do. No.
Oh, no, it kicks you out. Here, I know what you need to do. Maybe this back arrow here.
Aha. Back. Okay.
All right.
So unless you have something in Google Drive, don't click on it.
Right.
It gets confusing.
But search is fun.
The search is the one we like, or, that we wanted to show you today because it's kind of nice. We're going to search the web for photos. Right. So I want to put a picture of a flower in.
Right. And Google is Google, right? It's the way to search. So
it brings up all these lovely flowers. And here, there's one of my favorite features. You can change the color of, look at that.
Nice. Only blue, only pink.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Look at that lavender. I like that.
Let's take one of those.
Yep. And then you can, do by type, face, photo, clip art, only line drawings, things like that. So you can do quite extensive.
Let's see purple line drawings.
All right.
Pick line drawings. See what happens.
Funny, there is a purple flower line drawing.
There is. Not much, but it's there.
It's a blackberry, actually. Well, I guess it's a flower, right?
I guess, yeah.
I'm going to go back to any type. I'm going to choose my photo, and I'm going to select it.
And it's going to come in.
It's going to come in. Oh, it looks really nice, right? And
Might be too big.
Yeah.
It's too big, I think.
It's too big.
Yeah.
That would take a lot of our ink if we were printing it.
Right, and if it's really big, guys, it'll pop to the next page. So,
Yeah,
you know,
don't
if you're
worry.
like, where's my graphic? You know,
What you need to do is just scale it. So you can see when I click on it, it gives you these little handles, and that means you can scale.
Okay,
scale it down.
It's going to do it proportionally for
right.
you.
Yep.
Nice.
And that looks nice.
Looks great.
So we've got links and pictures and fancy text. And I think the next thing we want to show you is there's some basic tools that you can use that are handy word processing tools.
Sure.
So I'm going to go up again to the menu to tools. And the first one would be spelling. You can do spell check. Now here it comes up and says no spelling suggestions.
Oh, misspell something.
Yeah.
So we see it.
See, I'm too smart.
Too good. You're too good.
Hello. Okay, now I'm going to go to
tools.
Spelling.
Spelling.
Okay, that must be a word.
Oh.
Oops. Okay.
All right. No. Also notice the red underline.
I was
says
like, I know I
it's a
got a
problem.
misspelling there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this little red underline says, oh, it's wrong.
Right.
Okay, so, and here you can see it'll show you your suggestions, so you can hit change and fix it.
Easy.
So spelling is a great one to have. And the other tool we wanted to show you was word count.
Word count is great. Now,
Yep.
why would you want word count?
Well, perhaps, you know, you're a student and you're writing a paper and it has to be 500 words or whatever.
Okay, right,
Or, you know, you're on Twitter and you can only have it be so many.
50 characters
Right.
or whatever, right?
Things like
okay.
that.
Or
so you can do words or characters and, characters excluding spaces. Oh, you know, one thing that we meant to show you in the beginning was how to name your file, right?
Oh, right. Right.
It does auto-save, so if you forget to do a title.
And you close your tab, it's
yeah,
saved.
it'll be an untitled document.
Right.
But if you look up here in the upper left, it says untitled document.
Right.
And if I click on it, what it does, if you notice when I clicked in it, it's taking your title.
The first line of your document.
So if you like that, great. You know, click out of it, and that's the name of your file. If you don't, you can just highlight it and, you know,
change it.
Yeah, make it whatever you want.
Right.
So that's how you change the title of your document. So we've gone over the basics of word processing using Google Docs.
Right.
And, you know, next we're going to do, in the future, maybe we've already filmed it by this time, we're going to do an advanced Google Docs video, which will show you working at tables and doing fancier layouts and things like that.
Wonderful.
Thanks for watching the Sync Sisters Tech Bit.
And please subscribe to our channel.